This is President Obama, and I urge everyone, not just parents, but friends and neighbors and family members, to take responsibility for encouraging the high school students in your communities, to support them, challenge them, push them a little, and do whatever it takes to help them make it through. Because this is one statistic we simply can't afford to ignore.
You can do your part by going to boostup.org and sending an email, a text message, or even a wake-up call to a student at risk of dropping out. Go to boostup.org and provide the boost that's needed to make it to graduation. A message from the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
If you remember poodle skirts, mini skirts, or bell bottoms, you're just the right age.
Whether you listen to Bing Crosby or Chuck Berry.
Or the Beach Boys, the Bee Gees, or the Beatles. We need your help.
Even if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond, you too can register to become an organ and tissue donor.
Surprised? You shouldn't be.
Any age is the right age to donate the gift of life, and the need is great.
Today, thousands of people are waiting for a transplant.
But only 1 in 3 of us over the age of 50 is a registered organ donor.
If we all registered, imagine how many lives we could save.
How many families we could help.
So, whether you remember the first step on the moon, or the last step of the hustle,
take an important step today and learn more.
Get the facts. Register to become an organ and tissue donor.
Find out how at organdonor.gov or call 1-866-99-DONATE. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Every day, I wake up at 5 a.m. to give Dad his medicine. Every day, I wake up at 5 a.m. to give Dad his medicine. At 6 a.m., I make his breakfast. Every day, I wake up at 5 a.m. to give Dad his medicine. At 6 a.m., I make his breakfast. At 7 a.m., I shower. Every day, I wake up at 5 a.m. to give Dad his medicine. At 6 a.m., I make his breakfast. At 7 a.m., I shower. I start laundry at 8. At 10, we go for a walk. Every day, I wake up at 5 a.m.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers for advice, tips, and support. Together, let's help each other better care for ourselves and the ones we love. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Razorbacks, SEC, and a whole lot more. The only sports radio stations that cover it all are 92.1 and 100.7 The Ticket.
Testosterone, so I try to have as much sex as possible before I fight, actually. Not with, like, everybody, you know? I don't like put, like, Craigslist ads or anything, but, you know, if I got a steady, I'll be like, yo, it's, like, fight time's coming up. But,
Wanda, I don't buy it. I try to have as much sex as possible before I fight. So she is fighting this weekend. She is the current UFC Bantamweight champion.